Hello. So this is our second inspection. We did the last inspection 12 days ago. Normally it's every 10 days, but because of the weather we had to put it off. What do we want to see today is the queen laying. Is she laying eggs in good quantity? Do we have brood of all ages? And we want to see a lot of those because they need to replenish, or they need to have a lot to grow the population. We want to also see if they're building combs on the new frames. That takes a while. It's a lot of work, and the bees have to produce the wax from their glands, so it's not an easy job, and it takes a lot of energy. We want to find a queen and mark them, 2 queens, 1 in each hive. We want to do that to find them more easily. And the color indicates the age. We put a little mark on their thorax, on the back of the thorax. And if for the 2019, it's green. We want to know also if it's the same queen that we had before. Sometimes if we can't find the cells, there's a new queen that's born, and there's a war between the queens. And also if many queens are born at the same time, many from queen cells, then the one that's born the first will go and kill her sisters. There's only 1 queen at a time. It's a little like Game of Thrones inside the hive if there are many queens at the same time. So we have to be careful about that. 1 queen at a time, and it's a little bit Game of Thrones. So we will get dressed, smoke, and start the inspection. Check to see if the queen is not on the cover, because we put the cover on the ground, so we have to be careful. Here we have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames, 6. So smoke them a little bit. They will go down in the hive. We open it up always at the 2nd frame. It's always stuck, of course, because they stick to get everything together with propolis, which comes from the trees. Take this one out gently. A lot of bees. Here we have brood in the cells, also here and all along here. Some of it is capped, as you can see. This is honey right here. Honey that hasn't been capped right there. And honey that has been capped here. So that means that it's ready. We have some in the corner over there too. Here is, what do we see here? Wait a minute. Okay, here it's also honey we have. And pollen, that's what I was going to say. That's pollen over here, the yellow and the orange. We'll just check the first frame. And here we see that they're building the frames. They're building, sorry, the combs. And inside the combs, you can see what's bright there. That's nectar. That's and once it's capped, it will become honey. You see the drone here, much bigger than the other bees. All that is brood, all capped brood, which is what we're looking for. here on this side, that's wall to wall. That's wall to wall bees that will be born very soon. That will bring up our population. Here also, we have the same thing on this side, wall to wall brood. And here too, look how it's full. Here we have, those are drone cells. They're a bit higher, a bit bigger than the bee cells. They're elevated, more elevated. And all around that are bee cells. Here we have brood, we have eggs, we have larvae. Oh, and here's the queen. There she is. I'm going to pick her up, and I'm going to put a little mark on her thorax, a green one, which indicates her age. Be careful with this. We don't want to injure our queen. Blow on it to dry it a bit. And there we go. There she is. Put her back down gently in the hive. And she's gone. Here again we see that they're building the frames. They're building the combs on the new frames. We're going to take one that's empty, that hasn't been touched yet, and we're going to put it in the middle of the brood frames. So we'll encourage them to build and work on these on this frame. Encourage them to build the combs, although they have been working fairly well, and their population is growing. There's everything that we wanted to see in a hive that's growing well. Close it all up. We'll take the door up. We'll open the door wide. We closed it the other night because it was cold. Went down to 4 degrees, 3 degrees. It's not easy for a small population of bees to keep the hive warm because they have to keep it at 32 degrees. So they have to work very hard at it. So we help them by closing the door so there's not as much air that's coming in. But now it's warmer, so we'll open it up. Second hive, a little smoke.
Est-ce que vous entendez le bruit? Ça, c'est le bruit des abeilles qui sont très calmes. Quand ils sont agités, ils sont beaucoup plus... On les entend beaucoup, c'est beaucoup plus fort.
5 frames of bees again. This is hollow honey. You see, it's been, you can actually see it. They're going to cap that very well with time. Here's our queen. Pick her up and mark her again, like I did with the other one. Put her down gently so as not to injure her. Here we have bees that are doing a little, their wings are beating very fast, and they're making air circulation inside the frame. Close it up. So we have 2 hives that are working well so far. Everything is going well. and we'll see you in 10 days.